in my last video, you saw me putting the air cleaner on top of this, and this bracket is hitting the bottom of the air cleaner. You can see it's pretty tall. It's way up there. It's not a very good idea. It probably was if I had a different air breather, but this is not going to work. So I opted to make my own bracket. I know, excuse me, it may not be perfect, but what I came up with was this bracket. I made it, shaped it, put a little hole in it for a return spring. It's kind of going to be hard to do with one hand, but I will get it done. This obviously is going to mount here. This one is going to mount here. Yeah, if I get the screw started, there we go. Get these in there. Sorry, I wasn't too prepared for this. I do apologize. Just zip down real quick here. Like I said, I made this bracket myself. It doesn't look too bad, at least I don't think so. And then the actual bracket will mount there, which as you can see, really did lower that, and I clear everything by then. I did order a new fuel, throttle cable. This is my old one I was using for mock-up. My new one came, and it wasn't assembled right. It was messed up. It's supposed to have a little plastic clip on the other side of it to hook to your gas pedal. But as you can see, mine has nothing. No plastic clip, nothing to hold it. It just slides down the tube and disappears. Yeah. I've called or left a message, see what they're going to do about it. But yeah, there's someone assembled that wrong. You can't clip that on the gas pedal without that plastic clip. I'm going to get this stuff here bolted down, make sure it all fits the carburetor and everything, and the gas pedal inside the car, and be back in a few. And there we go. That's what I came up with. And as you can see, it works fine. Spring went right where I wanted it to. Just have to wait for that new cable to come in, replace this old junky one. But, yep, now on to the next thing. All right, I could really use some help from you all out there. My problem is my fuel pump. I bought 2 fuel pumps for this car. I bought a large canister and a small canister. The small canister, if I put it up here on the motor, like so, the fuel lines face away from where my fuel lines are. But my fuel feeds in the back, which is really nice. But these lines will not hook up to this fuel pump. I'm not sure why we have a small canister and a large canister anyway. I don't know if one's for air or not. The other fuel pump, which you put up there, the lines face the right way. They will go right on. But this fitting right here, I cannot make this turn to go up to the carburetor without hitting something. There's just no way I can make that 90-degree bend with the tube bender. And I have to have my return lines for my canister up there, my charcoal canister. So I just don't know what to do here. What are you guys using? And why would they make this if it actually hits the pulleys where you can't make a 90-degree out here? I went to all my local parts stores to try to find a 90-degree elbow for hard fuel line. Well, no, they make the one in, the male end that can screw into the fuel pump, but then it has where you just hook a hose up to it. And with today's gas, I don't really want to run a rubber hose from the fuel pump to the carburetor and watch it just get ate away from the ethanol. I've tried different things. I've tried going around, which, man, that looks like crap, don't it? To go behind the carburetor, but that's just so stupid, you know? And here's the original that came off my car, but the car had a 350 in it. I now have a 455 in it, and I don't have the old fuel pump to know what style it had. I thought about just going to the aftermarket world and getting a fuel pump that's you can index. But my question is, can you have your return line? You know, I have a return line, and I have one that has to go to the charcoal canister. So if you guys could help me, I would really appreciate it, because I'm stumped and I really want to get this back together. I don't know if there's an actual part I can buy with a 90-degree elbow that has the male 3/8 line that'll go in this end and the female out the other end, so I can hook my hard line up to it and then run it all the way up to the top. If you guys know where the hard line or the fitting is for the hard line and a part number, that would be very helpful. Again, I know somebody out there has ran into the same problem, and why Pontiac would have a fuel pump that aims at their pulleys and their belts is beyond me. I thought Pontiac was above that, but I guess not. Later.